Hi Michelle, it's Michelle from Movement Lessons. So you sent me these few videos of your daughter, and I just find it so much better to talk about it in a video with my movement to show versus trying to talk about it in writing, discussing movement. So the main concern that you're having, amongst other things, is this hand thing. What I was trying to explain is kids should be doing things that are actually quite quickly. So one of the things is this tilt, because what that tilt is, I call it coming over the system. But as I bring my legs up and I tilt, so if I go to get something, I can tilt and come over. So in a sense, this is like, play with me, come reach for me, because the interaction can't be there. So yes, that's when you can see that when the interaction's not there, if that continues, then you have more concerns later on. But right now we're dealing with an 8 months level. So there's two key things that I'm looking at when I'm saying with rotation. Don't see it in the feet. Now she's not gripping her feet like this, which really restricts the pelvis, but you're not seeing the heel to heel. And this is where I meant too, where I said she's not sitting up, especially on the right elbow. Everything that she was doing, this elbow was pointing down to the floor. I wasn't seeing this, that rotation through the elbow. So when she plays in all of this, that elbow is in the same. Now her hand might do this, but you weren't seeing this. Feeding, so the hair. So where that shows up in sitting up, the reason I said I know she's not sitting up. So if I go to sit up, if that elbow doesn't rotate, I'm stuck. Stuck anyway, because my head's off the table, but so if you notice, key point, my elbow rotates and brings me up that way. Now there's a lot of things that happen in sitting up, but if the elbow's not rotating, I can tell you right now, see, that movement can't go anywhere. So that's where you're getting, and a baby will try once, twice, and it's like, well, that's not happening. Now there was a little bit more movement in the other elbow, so that's why I said if anything, she might be doing to the left, but she's probably getting more to here. So when babies don't do anything that's difficult or that hurts them, so same thing as you see me rolling around and my feet a little bit cut off, but see my feet rotate too. So if my feet were only going in one direction, like here, even if I can't keep it up, if I don't, and this is where I have a problem with the AFOs, not that I'm not trying to correct the feet, but if that foot doesn't rotate, again, I'm stuck because the rotation here can't supersede that. Now even in this, if I rotate the foot, you know what I mean? I'm going somewhere. So those are the things that I'm looking at. So when you're working with her, and so this is the other one I was talking about too. So I just did backwards. See, I can walk just on my pelvis. I can go backwards, I can go forward, I can go side sit, I can go side sit. See, because that pelvis can balance and counterbalance. And when you're just like this, you know what I mean? So her reach, everything is not this kind of a reach. So you're not seeing that twist, that extension through the hands. Now, I'm not saying these as faults or set in stones. What I'm saying is those are the movements that I look at, and that's where you see me just touch, but I'm looking for that presentation, that rotation through the elbow. So as they play, where I'm there, working on that. So that's where the brain goes, oh my, I can rotate? Well then, I can come here. Oh, I can reach here. If I can't rotate, see, now this is a fall versus coming over to my elbow. And it's just small nuances, but most professionals aren't taught how the system moves. They're looking for development. Well, you can't develop if you don't move. So that's why you'll see me constantly go after that pelvis, working on that pelvis, working with a child. So again, all of a sudden this happens, or they're happening to be playing with a toy, or Diane, and you know, all of a sudden I see those kind of things happen. Once a child does it, then they know how to do it. It's just getting them through those difficulties. And again, they don't do anything that's difficult. They don't do anything that hurts them. They're much more intelligent than we are. My back hurts, I still have to come to work. So to keep that in mind, so I'm going to splice in the videos as I'm talking about these points, so you can just see, again, from your mind's eye of what I was talking about, that the difference between this and, you know, and this kind of thing. And it just, again, it gives the system more options. See, when my elbow can twist too, guess what? Midline, all of that is so much different than if it's here, then you're seeing where the object's coming here to here versus playing and manipulating an object even differently. So that's one of the things you want to introduce movement patterns in those areas first, or I would say not so much first, but a more significant way, and then you'll start seeing changes in her behavior and cognitive development in other ways. Just because, again, the more options she has to move, the more options she has to learn, the more she learns, the more cognitive, it's just a snowball effect in the good way. So you can never hurt a child, in a sense, with too much movement in that way. It's safe, it's successful, versus a forced. Remember too, babies don't work. We work, kids aren't supposed to work. Fun, natural, that play of showing, and even just to have a ball here, and just again, oh look, you know, the elbow's going around it versus this kind of thing. So I just think right now this is just the only option she has to get excited, because she can't do that kind of thing or pick me up kind of thing. This is all you're getting is pick me up. I hope that makes more sense.